Good morning, everyone. This is Callie with your explosion update. It's January 18th, 2013. Just before 7 p.m. yesterday, first responders were called to a natural gas explosion in Madison County, Texas. The explosion happened at a facility on Bundick Road and Farm Road 2815 in Madison County. Several homes were evacuated near the facility, but Madison County Sheriff says those families have been allowed to return home. Two men suffered serious burns when an explosion erupted from a circuit breaker inside a carpet store in Bucks County, Pennsylvania yesterday. One victim, who is believed to have been working on the breaker, was critically injured and flown to a nearby hospital shortly after firefighters arrived around 6 p.m. The fire was contained within 2 minutes, but it took another 20 minutes to extinguish the blaze at Adams Carpet in the 200 block of State Road. On January 7th, a large explosion occurred at a power plant in Benin, Africa, during a routine testing only weeks before it was meant to come online. No further information is available on this. The Huntersville Fire Department Station Number 2 reports a transformer explosion at the McGuire Nuclear Station yesterday. When I clicked on the link provided by them at firerescuenews.com, it no longer existed. Took a look over on the NRC site, and they have it listed here as a failure of Unit 2 at McGuire Switchyard power circuit breaker that resulted in a fire and damage to the PCB. PCB 55 and the McGuire Switchyard are located outside of the protected area. The fire was confined to the PCB only to be extinguished by off-site municipal fire department in 33 minutes. According to this report, the breakers affects the off-site transmission supply to Rock Springs and South Mountain. The Unit 2 plant breakers connecting the off-site to on-site power were not affected and remained in service. The failure of the PCB 55 did not damage any plant equipment, nor did this event cause a plant transient. The estimated 55 gallons of oil has spilled from the damaged equipment, which is contained to the immediate area. The spilled oil cleanup efforts are underway. The McGuire Nuclear Power Station is located north of Charlotte, North Carolina. A Mossick, Pennsylvania man was taken to the hospital after he suffered burns when a 20-pound propane tank ignited Thursday. The man, who was not identified by officials, was injured at 807 8th Street about 4:30 p.m. The fire chief said the explosion happened when the man started a motorcycle near a propane tank which had accidentally been tipped over. The incident created a small flash fire that was contained. 11 people were injured in an explosion that tore through a fireworks store in North China this morning. The blast took place about 10:22 a.m., resulting in the collapse of a 2-story home. The injured have been hospitalized or in stable condition. The store is run by a local resident, and an investigation into the cause of the blast is underway. A day on the water didn't go quite as planned for a young family on Mayall Lakes in Australia this morning. They had just left a wharf at Nerong when their boat's motor exploded into flames. The quick-thinking skipper turned the vessel around and headed for shore, where all 5 people on board jumped to safety. The 5.3-meter-long boat then burned to the waterline. 4 people were treated at the scene for minor burns. It's believed the explosion was caused by a faulty fuel line. 2 tankers fully loaded with petroleum products exploded at a loading bay belonging to Petrocargo Limited in Lagos, Nigeria. The owner of the loading bay said that one of the drivers tried to auto-wire a truck that refused to start when he tried doing it manually, but he didn't realize that there was a leaking fuel pump, so when it started it caught fire. Fire entered the fuel pump and then into the vehicle tank, resulting in an outburst of fire. There was no loss of life, though goods was lost in the inferno. And last this morning, a junior researcher suffered a hand injury in a small explosion yesterday at an apartment on the campus of the University of California. Police were called to the apartment by hospital officials around 1:30 a.m. Thursday after the person sought treatment for a hand injury. The building, which has 4 apartments in it, was evacuated, and 4 neighboring apartments also were evacuated as the police searched the building and cleared out the material. They said they didn't know what kind of chemicals were involved or what the person was doing when the explosion occurred. Everyone stay safe and have a great day.